You're watching a review now. You're watching a review now. You're watching a review now, and this is it. Hey everybody, what's up? The Review Man here, and today I am reviewing. Now let me adjust the camera. Go out. There we go. And I'm reviewing Malcolm in the Middle. Malcolm in the Middle was a show that ran from 2000 to 2006 on Fox. It aired 152 episodes. It focused around a working class family. The dad, Hal, who's sometimes a bit of an idiot, just wants the best for his kids. And it's a family of all boys, and one mom. Lois, she works at this place called Lucky Aid, which is like a drugstore. It's pretty much like a convenience store. And Lois just wants the best for her family, but she just tries to take control of her kids' life. She's always there for her kids, but if the kids mess up, she's pretty much there to exact revenge and exact punishment. No person. No truck. Let's see. There's 5 kids, but at the end of the last episode, she says that she's pregnant again. There's 5 kids. We got Francis, who starts out in military school, then makes himself emancipated, and then he goes to work in Alaska, with a friend that he has from military school. And then he goes to work at a dude ranch where he meets his wife Piama. And then he just quit. He gets fired from the dude ranch job. No wait. He meets Piama. He meets Piama before he goes to the dude ranch. And then he goes to the dude ranch. He works there. He gets fired from there from losing all the dude ranch's money. And then he goes to works at this place called some kind of industries that sell, where he's like in charge of the books, but he keeps that job from Lois, and Lois is the mom. And so next we have Francis. Francis is Reese. Reese is a bit of an idiot, and he's a bully, but he means well. And all through this one, Reese is just trying to deal with. He's the typical big brother bully. And Reese, he's just trying to deal with Malcolm being smart and pretty much like a whole bunch of plans. And then in the end, Reese ends up he's in high school. Him and Malcolm graduate about the same time because they hold him back. They hold Reese back, even though he is the older brother. They hold him back. And then let's see. And then at the end of it, he close to the middle of the series, he starts working at this meatpacking plant, and then he gets his other jobs and all this other stuff, and then in the end he ends up going back to the meatpacking plant. Oh yeah, and Malcolm, we get to the star of the show. Malcolm, he's this super genius who in the first episode he gets tossed into the Crown Boy class. And the Crown Boys are like these smart people, and there he meets his friend Stevie Carnarvon. Stevie, he's a colored boy, a black guy that talks like this because he has a problem. It's in like this. Okay, I'm getting tired of talking like that. But Stevie is a pretty cool dude. But the dude that plays Stevie, he doesn't have that problem. Can you imagine them filming a whole episode and he has to talk like this? But in the end, Stevie and Malcolm are friends through the entire show because that's what best friends do. They stick together. And Malcolm, he goes off to. He just pretty much deals with being the smart child that everybody comes to when they have a problem. He also gets a job at Lucky Aid with with Lois, because that starts in one episode when he was having a spring break. Then he stays with that job all the way through the rest of the season. I think that's like mid-series, season 2. No, I think like season 3 or 4. Let's see. And then he graduates and he goes off to Harvard. He works at Harvard, and he has to work at Harvard because in the last episode, his family doesn't have enough for him to go to college. And so what he has to do is he has to work, and he has to work off the once he gets to college, he has to work off the he has to pretty much work his way through college like many people have to do. I mean, I'm getting ready to go into college myself. I'm 25 years old, but I'm getting ready to go into college myself. And yeah, so what other kid do we have next? Oh, we have Dewey. Dewey's pretty much a free spirit. He just does whatever he wants. And everything that Reese and Malcolm didn't get away with, Dewey definitely gets away with. And there was one part in the last episode, which I've just watched because on Netflix, they have the whole thing on Netflix, and I binge watched the entire series because I want to build up to this moment. And pretty much Lois and Hal, they wanted Malcolm to become president, a hardworking president, and a hardworking and all this other stuff to be president. And he said, and Malcolm said, "Man, I can't just have a free ride. I can't just have anything that I want." And he said, "Of course not, son. That's Dewey's job. That's gonna be Dewey." Dewey was like, "Really?" And so yeah, Dewey, he finds out that he's an expert at playing piano, and he gets tossed into this class because they give Dewey the test, and Dewey goes to Malcolm. Malcolm's like, "No, you don't want to be in the crowd, boys, and get picked at and all this other stuff." But that messes up because Dewey gets tossed into the emotionally disturbed class. And yeah, so that's Dewey. He's a prodigy, he's smart, he's funny. He's basically the youngest member of the family until I think like season 4 or 5, or maybe it's 4. Yeah, probably about 4 or 5. Lois has Jamie. Jamie is pretty much the trouble. I don't want to say troublemaker, but I'm gonna say adventurous type. And he pretty much everything that the other boys didn't do, he pretty much did. And we see him go from toddler to I think like 3 or 4 years old throughout the little short span that he was in. And yeah, so anyway, yeah, we've covered everything from Hal to Jamie. Oh yeah, and Lois works with this guy named Craig Feldspar, who has a mad crush on Lois. And Craig, he just wants him and Lois to be together. Lois tells him, "No way, that's not going to happen unless I'm dead, unless I have dementia. Hal's dead, the boys are away. The boys have been gone for years." And Hal was like, and Craig was like, "You read my diary." But yeah, anyway, this show is actually a pretty cool show. It's on Netflix right now if y'all want to go check it out. If you don't have Netflix, the first month is free. I'm in no way supporting Netflix. I mean, if you want to send me a check, Netflix, go ahead. I'm fine with that. But yeah, anyway, guys, I'm just kidding about that endorsement. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So yeah, anyway, that was I pretty much summed up the entire series of Malcolm in the Middle. He starts out, in the first episode, he goes to the Krillboy class, and you see Malcolm and all the rest of them grow up and change. And we learn some pretty cool things about these people. Except there's one running joke in the entire show that you see from first episode to last episode. Malcolm, nobody knows nobody knows Malcolm's family's last name. And there's countless of other characters that goes along with this. Stevie's dad, Abe Carnarvon, him and Kitty Carnarvon break up, and pretty much everything that this family runs across, they either worsen or make better some way. And so yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it for Malcolm in the Middle. If y'all want me to, click like and I will review every single episode of Malcolm in the Middle. I mean, there's like 152 episodes, which took me about 2 weeks to watch. But yeah, anyway, the reason I'm reviewing this one is because I want to. And this pretty much gave Frankie Muniz his start. And it brought Bryan Cranston back. Which anyway, Bryan Cranston is going to be in the new the new Power Rangers movie, which looks totally excellent. And so yeah, anyway guys, I'm out of here. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. And I will see y'all guys in the next video. Have a good one. Oh yeah, and also more Mario videos to come.